On Tuesday, January 21st, we in the gaming community were blessed with the early release access to Temtem, a creature collection MMORPG from Crema Games. Now, if you've been living under a rock and you haven't heard about this game, I'll catch you up to speed. As I said, Temtem is a creature collection MMORPG, heavily inspired by a franchise that you may have heard of before, Pokemon. While the game does take a fair bit of inspiration from our favorite pocket monster collecting adventure, it does a fair bit to innovate on the genre. One of the first ways Temtem makes itself a unique contender in the genre is by being an MMO. From the first conversation you have with Anna, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, at the beginning of the game, to the first step you take outside of your house to see the village of Zadar. The place is teeming with many other novice tamers, excited to explore the open world of Temtem. Not only do you share the world with other players through your entire playthrough, but you can interact with every single one of them, trading Temtem or even engage them in battle, casual or competitive. Or, if you're feeling particularly adventurous, grab a friend and play some co-op. The entire game is playable co-op with one friend. You bring your crystal, I'll bring my Hoochik. Together, we'll take over the world. Not only has Crema Games innovated by making Temtem an MMORPG, they've also put their own spin on the battle loop in a few ways. The first of these I want to talk about today would be the stamina system. Now, if you've played any Pokemon game from Pokemon Red or Blue to Pokemon Sword or Shield, you're familiar with the PP system. Pokemon have a certain number of charges for each move that they have. Once those charges are depleted, the trainer needs to take his or her Pokemon back to a Poké Center to refill their Mon's PPs so they can use their attacks again. Temtem completely ditches this system in favor of a stamina management system. Instead of having a predetermined number of charges that your Tem can use before being replenished, each Tem has a stamina bar and each move is assigned a certain number of stamina points. Throughout the battle, you need to manage your stamina effectively to take out the enemy team. Let's say your Tem has 30 stamina and one of its moves takes 25 stamina, but that move does a lot of damage. Now, sure, you can get an opposing Tem into a low health position by using that move, but that will put your Tem into a disadvantageous position, leaving them open to possible counterattack. Also, if you overuse your stamina, your Temtem will take a proportionate amount of damage to the stamina that you overspent. The addition of the stamina mechanic adds a new risk-reward dynamic to otherwise stale battles. Overall, Crema Games has made a concerted effort to make battles feel more competitive and less reliant on RNG elements, critical hits, dodging, things like that. There's definitely more of a sense of strategy in Temtem as opposed to some other games coming more down to luck. Not only have these RNG elements been removed from battles, but Crema has also added a type synergy mechanic to certain moves. These synergies are defined by a small plus sign in the corner of a move's nameplate. For example, my Hoochik has a move in its arsenal called Energy Manipulation. This is an 11 stamina move that does moderate damage and exhausts Temtem for one turn, the Temtem that is hit. However, if the other allied Temtem on the field is a Nature Temtem, Hoochik's Energy Manipulation will do 15 extra damage and exhaust for 2 turns instead of 1. It is these added layers of strategy to battles that necessitates much more active thought to be successful. We will definitely be seeing people from the outside complaining that Temtem is just a Pokemon clone and why don't you just play Pokemon Forehead? Although Temtem takes a heavy dose of inspiration from Pokemon, in my opinion it does enough within the genre to innovate and carve out its own space. If you're a fan of Pokemon or other creature collection games, Temtem is a must-try. Final note. At the time of recording this, Temtem is still experiencing growing pains. The servers have had some pretty long queue times in the first few days, as well as some general instability. Now, these things are par for the course when it comes to MMO launches, but definitely something to keep in mind if you want to buy the game. Also, if you buy the game, follow the devs on Twitter. You won't regret it.